Fellow Toastmasters, I think you are all familiar with the TI protocol that states that a new member should be assigned a mentor in order to help and guide them through their Toastmaster experience. However, my personal experience was very, very much different. And it was really due to two particular circumstances. The first circumstance was that I was assigned in my place of work, I was assigned the task of setting up Toastmaster clubs. In order to do that, without any experience, I had to study and learn the Toastmaster protocols. It also, in a sense, I am happy and I do not regret having ChatGPT at that time, because the most rewarding experience was having person-to-person conversations with people who experienced and knew about Toastmasters protocols and the Toastmasters experience. I also was able to understand, to listen to, to learn about the mistakes that were made. I wonder, does ChatGPT ever talk about the potential mistakes you could make in whatever you propose? Or is it always positive responses? Anyway, so I was tasked, I had this important task to form Toastmasters Club. So at the time that the Toastmasters Club was formed, I was the overall mentor to all the 130 odd members who joined the club, the 3 clubs that we put together. I had to attend every single meeting for 2 years in order to ensure that they all understood the protocols in Toastmasters and what needed to be done in the different roles. The second experience, of course, was following on from my success in chartering the 3 clubs. I was asked to design a mentoring program for the organization. The important thing about having that task was that we were unable to complete it because of administrative issues within the 2 years that I had left in my career with that organization. But it also gave me a leg up to someone whom I considered, although it was not agreed to in any sense, but a person to whom I considered to be my mentor. And I still consider that to this very moment. I have learned so much from him. And of course, that person is the Toastmaster we all rely on, Toastmaster Joe Chan. Because somehow we were able to get together, because at the same time, Joe was designing a mentorship program for CPAC. And I was able to bring whatever knowledge I had accumulated at that time to the table, and we started to work together. And it's a relationship that I have enjoyed from that moment to this very second. So I don't have any regrets about never having had a mentor in Toastmasters International. But the truth of the matter is that I was always a protege of all the different people whom I came into contact with, because I learned so much from them. New members coming in and speaking about different experiences, and I would listen and learn. And that skill was something that I somehow got to know inside of me intimately since I was a preteen that the best way to make progress in something is to look at the ones who have already succeeded in that event, listen to them, and learn about their practices, their mistakes, and how they move forward. And I've done that throughout my entire professional career, in business and in Toastmasters itself, without having any regrets about not having an assigned mentor. But as I said, from my perspective, I have always been a protege. I have learned so many different skills that I've been able to apply simply because I came into contact and had person-to-person talks with the people involved, or being able to observe them live in person in the actual physical act of doing whatever it was that they chose to do, that I could learn from. And I believe, having heard the previous speaker and the glories of ChatGPT, I believe that I have no regret at all about never having used ChatGPT, because the main teacher, the main lessons that I learned was through direct person-to-person conversations, direct contact with people who also not only related their successes and how they achieved things, but also was able to inform me about the potential mistakes that could occur, the potential defaults or obstacles that could occur, and how they were able, either by trial or error or by learning something new, they were able to overcome. And that has helped me immensely. So, my fellow Toastmasters, the final result is simply this. It is very important to have a mentor, or to have something in place of a mentor. That is how I did it, was, of course, through the internet. I asked and I borrowed manuals from existing Toastmasters, and I read about them. I also spoke constantly with existing Toastmaster clubs, with the executives, to learn more and more and more about the various roles, the various protocols that existed in Toastmasters. The other important aspect, of course, is to be a protege, to be a willing protege all your life, by respecting those who are gone before you in the field that you're interested in, or in the type of life that you're interested in, being willing to talk to them in person directly, asking them your questions and gaining their insights and their information, especially about the obstacles you may occur. And so, fellow Toastmasters, that has been my experience, both as a mentor and as a protege. And so I offer you this different point of view in terms of what you were able to accomplish by being a protege yourself all your life. Thank you for listening to me.